and welcome back to the Soulless Corner. I hope that you're all doing well and just taking things at your own pace today. Today's episode is all about protecting your energy, but in a way that feels realistic and not extreme. Because I feel like online, it's very much like cut everybody off. Be on your own. Protect your peace at all costs. And while I understand the message, I don't actually think that's always healthy or sustainable. So I just wanted to talk about what protecting your energy really looks like. Especially when you're someone who's quite sensitive or dealing with anxiety, or just trying to feel a little bit more calm in yourself. What does energy actually mean? When I say protecting your energy, I'm not just talking in a spiritual way. I'm also talking about your nervous system. How you feel in your body. How safe you feel. How calm or overwhelmed you are. Because your energy isn't just a vibe. It's literally how your body is responding to the world around you. And I think once you start looking at it like that, it becomes a lot easier to understand why certain people or situations affect you so much. It's not you being dramatic, but it's your body picking up on things. Signs that your energy is being drained. I think one of the biggest things is learning to actually notice when something is affecting you. Because a lot of the time, we just override it. Some signs that I've personally noticed are feeling really tired after being around certain people, overthinking everything I have said after leaving, feeling a bit on edge or like I can't fully relax, or even just feeling a bit off and not really knowing why. And I think if you've ever felt like that, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Sometimes you don't even realise until you're back on your own and you're like, oh, I actually don't feel like myself. And that is such a big sign. Because your body will always tell you before your mind catches up. I feel like for me personally, this is something I've had to learn the hard way. Especially over the past few months. Because when my anxiety was at its worst, I noticed that being around certain people or in certain environments would completely throw me off. I really didn't understand why at the time. For example, I'd leave situations and feel really dizzy, really on edge, and like my body just couldn't calm down. And it used to make me think that there was something wrong with me. Like I just couldn't handle normal situations anymore. But looking back now, I can see that my body was just overwhelmed. It wasn't that I was weak. It was that my nervous system didn't feel safe. And instead of listening to that, I just kept pushing myself. I'd always stay longer than I wanted to. I'd ignore how I felt. I would try and act normal. And it always ended the same way, with me feeling worse. So now, I'm a lot more aware of it. I don't force myself into the things the same way. And I don't ignore that feeling in my body anymore. And I think that's where protecting your energy really starts. Not in a dramatic way, but just in those small moments where you choose to actually listen to yourself. You don't need to cut everyone off. And this is the part I really wanted to get across. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you have to cut everyone off or become a completely different person. Because that can actually make you feel more isolated. Especially if you're already struggling a little bit. It's more subtle than that. It can look like not giving as much of yourself in certain conversations. Not feeling like you have to explain everything. Leaving a situation a bit earlier than you normally would. Or just choosing when you have the energy to be around certain people. It's not all or nothing. And I think that's really important. Especially if you're someone like me, who tends to go from one extreme to the other. I know for a lot of people, myself included, boundaries can feel really uncomfortable. Because you don't want to upset anyone. You don't want to seem distant or like you've changed. But the truth is, you have changed. You're becoming more aware of what you need. And that's not a bad thing. Boundaries don't have to be this big confrontation. They can be really quiet. It can just be saying no without over-explaining. Taking longer to reply. Choosing rest instead of forcing yourself to go out. And if someone doesn't understand that, it doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It just means they may not be used to that version of you yet. I also think protecting your energy is really about the small daily things, not just the big moments. Some things that help me are not going on my phone straight away when I wake up, giving myself a bit of quiet time in the morning, being mindful of what I'm watching or what I'm listening to, and doing things that bring me back into my body, like slow movement, walking, or even sitting in silence. And also just checking in with myself throughout the day. Like, do I actually have the energy for this? How do I feel right now? Because the more you check in, the easier it becomes to protect your energy without even thinking about it. So yeah, I just wanted this episode to feel like a reminder that protecting your energy doesn't always mean shutting the world out. It just means staying connected to yourself and choosing what feels right for you without guilt. I hope this helped in some way and just gave you a bit of reassurance if you've been feeling a little drained lately. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.